Hey there, horror fans. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the spookiest stories from around the web. Today we have a chilling tale that has haunted Reddit and left readers shivering. Get ready for the mysterious man in the mirror. Buckle up. It's going to be a spine-tingling ride. Alex, a young man starting a new chapter in his life, found an apartment in an aged, slightly ominous building downtown. The building had a history, whispered about by the locals, but Alex was drawn to its mysterious allure. The rent was suspiciously low, almost too good to be true, but the place had a certain charm that Alex couldn't resist. The vintage decor and the creaky wooden floors added to its unique character. One piece of furniture particularly caught his eye, an ornately framed antique mirror tucked away in a corner, almost as if it was hiding. The mirror was oddly cold to the touch, sending an unexplainable shiver down his spine. It felt as though the mirror had a life of its own, a silent observer of the past. The first few nights were uneventful, the silence occasionally broken by the creaking of the old building. The sounds seemed to echo through the empty halls, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The mirror now hanging in his bedroom seemed to watch him with an unsettling intensity. It was as if the mirror had eyes following his every move. Its antique glass reflected a distorted image of his room, playing tricks on his mind. The warped reflections made him question what was real and what was illusion. One night, Alex saw something that made his blood run cold. He couldn't believe his eyes and felt a chill run down his spine. A figure barely discernible lurked in the reflection, tall, skeletal, draped in a dark, wispy cloak. It seemed to move, ever so slightly, as if it was aware of Alex's presence. The image was fleeting, but a seed of doubt had been sown in his mind. Alex couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong with the mirror, and perhaps the apartment itself. He started seeing the figure more often. Each time, it was the same, tall, gaunt, shrouded in darkness. It never moved, only stood there, watching him from within the mirror's depths. The fear began to consume Alex. His nights were plagued by nightmares, the shadowy figure always present. He tried covering the mirror, hiding it in his closet, but it didn't help. The entity seemed to seep out from the very walls, appearing in his dreams. Alex began researching old mirrors, learning about the belief that mirrors were portals. Was his mirror a window to another dimension? And was this entity trapped on the other side, seeking a way out? The figure in the mirror grew more distinct with each passing day. The details of its grotesque form became clearer, etched into Alex's mind. Sleep became a distant memory. He was trapped in a waking nightmare, haunted by the persistent image of the entity. He tried everything, covering the mirror, removing all other reflective surfaces, even sleeping with the lights on, but the figure always found a way to appear. His sanity began to fray. One night the entity spoke. Its voice, a rasping whisper, sent chills down Alex's spine. It spoke of darkness, solitude, and a hunger that stretched eons. The entity wanted to take his place in this world, to break free from the mirror and claim his life. Driven to the brink, Alex reached out to anyone who would listen. His desperation was palpable, his voice trembling with fear and urgency. He contacted paranormal investigators, priests, anyone who might offer hope. He was relentless, leaving no stone unturned in his quest for answers. Some dismissed him as delusional, others listened with skepticism. The disbelief of others only fueled his determination to find someone who would take him seriously. One elderly woman, a self-proclaimed psychic, agreed to see him. Her reputation for dealing with the supernatural was well known in certain circles. She listened intently, her gaze sharp and unwavering. Her eyes seemed to pierce through the veil of reality, seeing things others could not. This entity, it's ancient, she finally said. Her voice carried the weight of countless encounters with the unknown. It feeds on fear, on despair. It thrives in the shadows, growing stronger with each moment of terror. It's been trapped for centuries and it sees you as its escape. The entity's malevolent intent was clear, and Alex felt a chill run down his spine. But the woman offered a glimmer of hope, a ritual, an ancient rite that could banish the entity. It was a dangerous path, but it was the only one available. She handed him a worn, leather-bound book filled with cryptic symbols and ancient incantations. The book felt heavy with the weight of centuries of knowledge. The ritual, she warned, was dangerous, requiring unwavering focus and a willingness to confront the entity head-on. Alex knew he had no choice but to face the darkness. With a mix of trepidation and hope, Alex immersed himself in the ancient text, feeling the weight of centuries-old knowledge pressing down on him. He spent days deciphering the cryptic symbols, each line revealing more about the dark history he was uncovering. His mind struggled to grasp the complex concepts, often leaving him in a state of frustration and deep contemplation. The ritual was about more than just reciting words. It required an understanding of the ancient language and its power. It was about confronting the entity that had been bound to the mirror for centuries. He delved into the history of the mirror, uncovering secrets that had been buried for generations. Tracing its origins back to a time of plague and despair, he learned of the suffering it had caused. The mirror had once belonged to a powerful sorcerer, a man whose ambition led him down a dark path. This sorcerer had delved too deep into forbidden knowledge, seeking power beyond human comprehension. Ultimately, the sorcerer had been betrayed by those he trusted, leading to his downfall. His soul was trapped within the mirror, a prison of his own making. The entity was a manifestation of the darkness that had consumed him. Armed with this knowledge, Alex knew what he had to do. Alex prepared for the ritual with a newfound determination, understanding the gravity of his task. He gathered the necessary components, candles, herbs, and a silver dagger, each item chosen for its specific purpose. As he meticulously arranged the items in a circle around the mirror, he could feel the energy in the room shift. The entity's presence grew stronger, a palpable force that sent chills down his spine. The air grew heavy as Alex began the ritual. He lit the candles, their flickering flames casting eerie shadows. He chanted the words from the ancient text, his voice trembling at first, then growing in strength. The mirror vibrated, its surface rippling like water. The shadowy figure of the entity emerged, its form more solid now. Fear threatened to overwhelm Alex, but he fought back. He spoke to it with authority, commanding it to return to the darkness. The entity hesitated, its advance momentarily halted by Alex's defiance. It hissed, attempting to break his concentration, but Alex stood his ground, channeling his fear, anger, and desperation into the words of the ritual. The ritual reached its crescendo. The air crackled with energy, the mirror glowing with an otherworldly light. Alex poured every ounce of his being into the final words of the incantation. A deafening shriek erupted from the mirror, a sound of pure rage and despair. The entity thrashed against its confines, its shadowy form contorting in agony. The mirror cracked, spiderweb fractures spreading across its surface. Alex didn't wait to see the outcome. He grabbed what little belongings he could carry and fled the apartment. He had survived, but the experience left an indelible mark on his psyche. He knew with chilling certainty that some things are best left undisturbed. In the aftermath, stories circulated about the old apartment building. Rumors of strange occurrences, unexplained noises, and fleeting glimpses of a shadowy figure in the windows. The apartment remained vacant, potential tenants spooked by its sinister reputation, and somewhere lost in the darkness of the abandoned apartment, the cracked mirror hung on the wall. The entity might be trapped, its plans foiled, but the mirror remained, a portal to darkness, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to stumble upon its secrets. The experience served as a chilling reminder. Some things are best left undisturbed. Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey through the mysterious man in the mirror. If you enjoyed this spine-chilling tale, be sure to like, subscribe the Banana Boat, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our creepy content. Until next time, keep your lights on and your mirrors covered, just in case.